my bag like a cokehead. Mix it up in the lab, there ain't no end to all of the stress. So I put all my emotions into every track that I cook, I make it go in. Listen up, I'ma show you what the fuck a goat is. Who the goat? Who the goat? I'm the goat, bitch. Who the goat? Who the goat? I'm the goat, bitch. Who the goat? Who the goat? I'm the goat, bitch. Who the goat? Who the goat? I'm the goat, bitch. Y'all heard what the fuck I said? I ain't saying it no more. I'ma go the fuck up. Hey, me and Moms was down bad in Sacramento. I been a dog, sleeping on the streets without a kennel. Work the dominoes just to make the ends meet in the middle. Yeah, I got it though. Second and third place don't win gold medals. Got a bone to pick, and I'm bad to the bone. I'm George Thoroughbred. For this life, every day is an accomplishment. They can shut my lights off, but I'm still lit up with strobe and shit. Come cut off the water, put my bitch wetter than oceans is. I'ma leave it flooded if I don't split it like Moses did. Emergency alert in this motherfucking code is red. Codependent, could it be me? I'm a lonely man. For the community and love is what my motive is.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome! Episode 4 now live on direct ThugBirdz podcast. Let's get it! We got a couple winners here from the ThugBird contest and Audius.
That's
going on, y'all? Yeah, we are live. We're live and direct. We got some of the winners from the Audius and ThugBird contest. The song you just heard was from the number one winner. Black in the building. What's going on, big dog? How you doing?
I'm doing very good, my friend. How about yourself?
Hey, man, doing well. And we got another winner as well. Dolly Combs in the building as well. Shout out to Dolly. How you doing, brother? You having a good one?
What's up, fellas? Doing well, man. Thank you guys for having us.
Hey, always good to hear. So we're in the live and direct. So for the people who don't know, again, Audius had a contest basically with ThugBirdz, and it was a vocal contest. Your boy Money, guy in the bottom left of the screen, made the beat, produced it, and I think, I could be wrong on it, but I think it was a total of 419 collabs, I think we said last month.
Yeah,
last week. So hell yeah on that one. And
it was a lot.
Hell yeah. And to get into it, Black, I guess tell us about yourself. How'd you hear about the ThugBird contest? How'd you hear about ThugBirdz in general, and how long you heard about Audius? Tell us about yourself.
So I've known about Audius for quite a while because I started back in 2016 and the SoundCloud rap days, when X and Lil Pump and Lil Peep were coming out of the underground, and I just wanted to make music with my friends because I thought it was cool, and started making beats. I produce a lot of my own stuff.
Nice.
And I heard about Audius because there's a point where the SoundCloud scene really fell off. People just started having a lot less success and streaming on there. And so we were all like, well, where are we moving? I primarily moved to Spotify. That's where most of my fan base is. And then so I do pretty well on Spotify, but like as a joke, kind of like I uploaded my first 2 albums to Audius when it was like brand new. But people were like, yo, they have like huge investors, like they're gonna be big, and like nobody like really believed it at the time though, you know, like there wasn't a lot of faith in the platform yet. So I just like jokingly uploaded it. And then like a year or 2 later, my friend like Dink, who's a producer, he's really talented as well. He like told me this story. He's like, yeah, bro. So like my collective, we just uploaded like a bunch of joke tracks, like really overly distorted stuff. And like it was in the early days of Audius too. And he's like, you know, they give out this like coin called Audio Coin, and it's like a cryptocurrency that gives you a share in the platform. And I was like, oh, word. And then like he was like, yeah, it's like worth like real money now, bro. And he like told me that like everyone in the group, like they like sold all their coin and they split it up between all of them, and they each made like 3-5 grand. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? I was like, are you serious? So I looked, and then I was like holding some coin, and just from like uploading in the early days. And so I didn't sell mine though. I still hold it because like I have a lot more faith in the platform now, and it's a little bit harder to get the coin. And I feel like at this point it's only going up. And so I heard about the competition through like a friend of mine. He was like, bro, he's like, there's like 4 grand on the line. Like, you should like participate in this competition. And I was like, okay. And then like, so like, it was like last day, I was just like busy. I'm a landscaper, man. So like, I wake up at 6 every morning and go to work for 8 hours. And like last day that I was able to submit an entry and like make it in, I like came home from work, like took a shower and just like fucking wrote like that whole night. And I was like, I need to make something catchy, bro. And then I like thought like the who the goat, I'm the goat, bitch. And I was like, oh, that's like hard, bro. So I just wrote that and then the verse, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's a rap. And then I submitted, and then like a little bit later, like I got notified that I won, and I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like I got first place, and I was losing my shit. I like called my mom, and then like someone like the friend that put me onto the competition, he's like, do you realize what that's worth? And I was like 4 grand, right? He's like, nah, bro, that shit's worth way more now. And I was like, oh, bro. So it was so exciting. It was such a blessing, man. Like I'm just extremely grateful to be involved with it all.
Did you hear about the ThugBirdz before winning the contest, or hearing about the contest, or was that your introduction to ThugBirdz?
What's up, Chingy? That was my introduction to ThugBirdz, man. Like that's like, I didn't even know about NFTs, man. I'm really I'm like crypto illiterate, to be honest, man. Like I'm very new to all of it, but I'm like learning, because I really do like have faith that the US dollar and a lot of other currencies are like losing their value, man. Like there's not a lot backing it anymore, you know, like the government's just backing it with like fiat money, and like there's no standard to it anymore, and like the inflation just keeps happening, gas keeps going up, and like shit's just getting more and more expensive, and people are out here fucking struggling, man, and it's like sad. And I don't know, I've had a couple friends tell me to get in on crypto, and I've kind of like brushed it off, but I feel like, you know, this is like a gift from God, man, and I'm like just taking it as an advantage to make friends and like learn and, you know, move up a little bit.
100%, man. That's like that. I think that's cool, because the whole goal over, I'm assuming the whole goal, because I didn't make it, but like was the Audius and ThugBirdz contest was to get people like just known out there, and that's honestly pretty dope that you didn't know too much about or anything about the ThugBirdz, and then got it that way. And yeah, man, that thing's worth a pretty penny. I'll be the person to ask you. You gonna hold on to it for a minute? You gonna sell it, use it to, I guess, have some producing times, or I mean, you said you I guess make some beats and everything as well. Like, what you got?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on what you're gonna do with it, or just?
Yeah. So I mean, like, I know like I can hold it or I can sell it. I did already list mine because I was advised by a friend of mine who does know a bit more about the stuff. He said to sell, and then like he would advise to like use some of that capital to maybe invest in some other NFT projects, you know.
100%.
So Yeah, so I'm
It's
just
not
like,
bad advice, you know, especially if it's life, like if this kind of capital, like, you know, is life changing, and it'll set you off and set your portfolio off for, you know, like a better run in the next 2 years or something, then that's pretty sound advice in my opinion.
yeah, because I mean, like, I know crypto is very volatile, and like, just
Yeah.
that advice coming from someone who's like already had like success with it, I'm gonna roll with it because I just like don't know a lot. And the way he put it to me was like, he's like, right now it's like, you know, a sure thing. If someone buys it, you're gonna for sure have like this much in your pocket. He's like, that's gonna be valuable to you, and it's gonna like
Yeah.
set you up because not everybody just has like 12 racks to just suddenly invest
100%.
into like a
100%, bro.
NFT, man.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking of when you said because you're getting new to it in as well. Because I'm pretty newish. I mean, I guess not newish. My pocketbook is newish, so I'm not always got the capital to invest in crypto and everything like that. Which that's a strong ass goal. You know what I mean? Like, say, yeah, you sell it for 15, 20 grand, something like that. You got that capital where you can invest in. You know what I mean? Some other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully down the road, you know what I mean, it won't be worth like 100,000 less. But at the same time, shit, man, you can sell that, and then it'll be like your buddy said. You move that to Ethereum, Bitcoin, fucking Solana. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And then fucking have it.
Just, you know what, man, since it's worth a bunch,
What's up?
I'm just gonna say this quickly for anyone who's also watching. This is probably good. I would look into getting a Ledger Nano X. They're only about $150, and it's gonna save your ass, especially with high value assets, or if you have a bunch of crypto. And you know, you just hear of people getting scammed for not using them, and every single time at the end of the thread, I wish I had one, blah blah blah. So if you got, you know, I would take the $200 and just get a hard wallet, and then store at least your assets on that. I don't know how new to crypto you are, but that's definitely something I would Google and look into.
Yeah, is it like easy enough to learn how to like move assets to a physical wallet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's easy. It's just like moving, you know, it's just like moving it to like a hot wallet, like on Phantom or something like that. It's the exact same thing, but you have an address that's dedicated to your Ledger Nano X, and basically you need to approve the transactions on that ledger for anything to move. As long as your seed phrase is safe, then that nothing's ever going to get stolen or anything. So I would look into it. It's worth the $200, especially now that you have an asset that's worth, you know, 5 figgies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can actually
Yeah,
run it too.
yeah.
Your buddy, he knows crypto. He probably knows all about that. He'll probably say, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because he's not saying just for like the ThugBird, but like anything in general.
For everything
Yeah.
crypto, yeah. It's, you can have every single, it's just not just Solana. You can have every single blockchain on there on one little wallet. So it's really convenient if you're, you know, dabbling into different chains and stuff.
And like, does the like physical ledger ever like run out of space by like or anything like that? Like, is there a limit to like how much it can store?
No, like, so there is space on it, but basically it's the applications that you put on. And if you get it, I recommend a Nano X, because if you're looking at getting more than 3, you will run out of space for the blockchains. Like you can't run out of space in terms of like Bitcoin or like Solana or anything, right? You can like have 100 or 1,000 or whatever, but it's the amount of cryptos that you can have on your wallet. So I just get a Nano X, and you can usually fit, you know, 15, 16 different types of crypto on there. So I would just get that.
Word. I appreciate the advice.
No problem.
We're
And you
not
can DM me
sponsored,
if you
yeah,
want
man.
to. If you want to, yeah.
Not
You know,
yet.
just
Hey, if you listen.
you can DM me if you want. If you have any questions, and yeah,
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll definitely be hitting you up after this, man. Both of you guys.
no problem, dude.
And of course, we're not leaving Dale out of this one as well. Dale, some of this honestly same questions with you, man. How long have you been in the crypto world? How long you known about Audius and the ThugBirdz? And what was your decision on making an entry?
Yeah, man. So I've been in crypto since 2017. I started off just trading a little bit of money. I did really well in December of 2017 during that little bull run that we had. I actually was fortunate enough to join forces with a group called the Dog Pound back in the day, which was led by the Crypto Dog. So yeah, so that's the family right there. So I still keep in contact with a lot of those guys. And NFTs was something I wanted to get into, but I was kind of priced out of Ethereum earlier this year. So I started talking to my boy about potentially looking at other chains and seeing if there's something that could be done. It's funny because we have a screenshot of me talking to him about it. around I think it was around February when I asked him about Solana, if he knew anything about it, if anything was coming down the pike. And yeah, I just kept my eye on it, and then I started seeing the Soul Punks was the first thing I minted. I just dropped $360, and I said let me start with 3 and see where it goes. Yeah, yeah, just let's see how it goes. And that actually worked out. That was a good play, and I flipped that into some Solarians. And here we are, man. I flipped my way all the way up to the monkey. I didn't get the minimum, but on Steve Harvey Day when it was like $15,000 to buy one, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna take this chance and drop half of my portfolio and go for it. And
Steve
yeah,
Harvey
man.
Day.
Yeah, Steve Harvey Day, bro. So
That's
I
awesome.
just took a chance, man, and it was well worth it. Just the connections and the people I've been able to meet along the way that's been helping me, even with where I'm at now. It's just been amazing. As far as Audius is concerned, I heard of it when Jungle Jams, when that drop came out for the NFT. I had heard the name before, but I had never immersed myself in the platform. So when New Dumb Money dropped his music, it was the first time I got to play with it a little bit, and that's how I found out about it, honestly. And the ThugBirdz is something I invested in maybe I think I bought my bird for like 5 SOL, and it's like ranked like 248 or something. So
Crazy.
that was yeah. So yeah, I had two of them initially. So I bought one for 5 and one for 6, but I flipped the cheaper one for the monkey. So
Nice.
so that was just part of that move along with an Aurorian and a few other things. So yeah, man, ever since then, I've always loved the ThugBirdz. So especially because I got a chance to talk to Thug early because I knew that I wanted to be a founder and create my own project. So I asked him for a little bit of advice, and man, he was just the kindest person I ever had to come across in the space. And so for me, that was meaningful, and it was the type of leadership that I look forward to one day achieving. And so ever since then, man, I've just been a loyalist when it comes to the ThugBirdz, and I just come across like really good people along the way. So man, I'm thankful.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. How long you been in the music game? I should ask you. I'll ask you again, Bleak. Both y'all. How did y'all? I know some people set it up with the phone doing the recording that way. Did y'all go to the studio? You got equipment at y'all spot. How did y'all? What was your mindset when you heard it? You're like, all right, we about to go ham on this. We about to spend some bread, or John already had to do it. Like you got the home computer. You're like, all right, hold on, guys, let's get it. You know what I mean? How y'all doing that? What was y'all thoughts?
You gotta be like,
Oh, for sure, bro. For me, like I said, I've been rapping for like a long time, and like I don't even just rap. Like I make my own beats. I mix and master everything I put out. Like I have a
Nice.
home studio. I have like a Rode NTK with some phantom power, and I just got a new laptop too. It's all like capped out. I custom built it through Origin. So like,
Damn.
but I mean, I
So
think I made
that equipment you just talking about, because some people are audio illiterate halfway like myself. Is that like a beat maker, like the MPC, or is that just like the kind of the mixer where you got everything going on that way, or is that
Okay,
the actual program you're using?
No, okay. So, well, the laptop I have right now through Origin, that's like obviously a laptop. So I just like spec that out because basically like I ran like my desktop was just not powerful enough to do what I want to do anymore because I'm getting like very intricate with like plugins and automation, and like I needed more juice. And I'm also trying to get into video editing because I'm about to be like directing and editing for other artists. I'm trying to put people on like
Nice.
Cool.
but the Rode is like a mic. It's just a really nice like it's got like a glass tube inside of it. It's really well engineered. Probably like my favorite mic I've ever owned, and it just sounds super nice. And that's what I record everything on. When I'm on the go, I have like a less quality mic that I use, but that's just like for like when I can't bring my nice mic because like I would not bring that on a plane and risk breaking the glass tube on the inside. But
Sure.
there's yeah, I use FL Studio, which is like a software.
Okay.
I know a lot of people produce in different stuff, but I like FL. It just makes sense to me. It's like it's like playing video game, man. I love it, and like I'm huge into like engineering and shit. So like I'm just I just recorded it myself, mixed it all down, like fucking, and then I was like, yo, this shit's hard, and then I just like dropped my submission.
That's what's up. I like it. What about you, Dolly?
So I've been doing this for a long time, and I used to tour a little bit in Florida. I used to make music with some heavy hitters down there, man. I won't say too much on it, but I started off, I'd say maybe 16 years ago. So I kind of been out of it for about the past 10 years. I haven't really been in the studio for a while. But I always had a passion for it. It's actually my first love. So when I had this opportunity, man, I was like, you know what? I wasn't even sure about it. I asked New Dumb Money. I was like, man, what's up? What's the submissions looking like? Because I'm tempted to do it, but at the same time, I'm like in the middle of this generative project, so it's hard for me to step aside, you
Yeah.
know, a little bit. So I was like hesitant, but I like the beat a lot. So when I told him, I was like, man, I love the beat. Like, let me see about it. So then I sent Monkey Dot Soul a little snippet of a verse that I did back in the day, and he was like, bro. He's like, you got to do this. You got to do it. So after that, I was like, all right, let me see what I could cook up because I didn't know anybody with a studio out here, and I'm not really an engineer like that. Like I get the basics of it, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna sit there and buy a mic and go through the whole process.
For sure.
So fortunately, man, I accidentally found a number to this kid who's down here. His name is Zach Phillips, and I actually brought him into crypto right after the session, which is crazy. It's something I'll get into. But so I went in there and recorded. I wrote the song maybe in like 45 minutes, and I went in there for another 45 and knocked it out. And yeah, man, it was great. It was good vibes. The kid knew what he was doing, and I was like really impressed with his work. Honestly, I was actually really pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting the quality to come out as well as it did in the short amount of time that we made that. But yeah, so that's kind of the motivation behind it. And besides, like, I'm not really like I was telling you, Dumb Money. I'm not the type of person who's gonna go ahead and just jump into every competition. It's not like really my swag. You feel me? It's like
Yeah.
it has to fit. I'm not gonna sit there and just like hold myself for money. You feel me?
No doubt.
For sure.
At the same time, but this was a great opportunity. So it was a balance of being something that I was already passionate about, and also an opportunity to come up nicely. So I had to
For
run
sure.
with it, man. And at the end of the day, I'm glad I did.
For sure, for sure. Same question. For you, Dali, with the is yours on the
Yeah.
market yet? Are you holding it? You keeping it in the in the safe for a minute? What's your thoughts on that? Or are you using that to pay for the some of the production time that you have?
Oh no, man, the production time was chill, man. It was like it was not much at all. You feel me? Because it was just a
Nice.
quick session for like 2 hours. So I'm not really too worried about that. If anything, I would have considered using some of the audio for it, but that we both got. But I think at this point, I'm just gonna hold it. I got enough in my portfolio that I can flip other stuff if I so choose to. So I'm not really too concerned with it. If that's the route I got to take, I'm still weighing it out, man. Honestly, but I would like to keep it. It's my second one, but I would love to have two if I could keep them, man. I love the project and I love the team, so it's something that I really want to hold on to.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, what about you, Money? Since I was asking about like producing and everything, I think I saw you nod your head. Do you use FL Studios as well, or how do you usually make your beats? Because all I know
So
is
I make my beats on FL Studio. I think I got 10 or 11. I can't remember the number of it now. I got the newest one, but I make my beats on the FL Studio, and I do all my recording on Ableton 10. I've been using Ableton for a minute, all the way since like Ableton 8 probably, so a couple of years now. I just like the workflow a lot faster. You can just tab like it's just the workflow to me is a lot smoother when you're just on the fly recording, you know what I mean? So FL Studio, I feel like you have a little like you have a lot more like right there on the interface, so it's better suited when you have time to sit down and produce beats and stuff like that, and that's why I think I favor it over like Ableton, because you can do both on same programs. It's just I favor FL Studio for beat production and Ableton for live recording.
okay. I heard that. Yeah, see, I don't know. I mean, I remember with me, because I do some of the video editing with like super basic After Effects, and then like just Premiere stuff like that. So I opened up an Audius to do mine because I didn't know what I was doing. I just put the beat on there and I tried to start to make layers. I'm like, man, in my head, I'm like, yeah, this would be so sick if I was actually a producer to like I could add layers like echoes. And I'm like, I started trying to do everything. I'm like, oh hell no, this is gonna take me like 16 hours.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve, man. I dabbled into production back in the day. I was messing with Fruity Loops too, and I think I've messed with Logic and Reason back in the day as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are I like Logic. To me, it made more sense at the time, but I never tried Ableton. It's something I always wanted to dabble in as well.
Just for live, it's a little like just seamless for me, but they all do the same thing basically. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, man, I love diving into all those softwares, whether it's Premiere or Photoshop. You know, I love all those. Like to me, it's like easy to jump from one to another. So I appreciate them all, and I appreciate the people who can execute on them because I know it takes time to build that stuff out.
Hey, Belak, do you sell your beats or do you make them for like in-house artists that you collab with and stuff? Or like is that part of your business thing or do you just use them for yourself or something?
A little bit of everything, man, to be honest. Like, I have some beats just on tap, like if people ask me, and like some people ask for specific things. I try not to go too crazy with like charging people a bunch of
Yeah.
money for stuff because I feel like I don't know, bro. I remember being like young and having like no money to do any of this shit and like just wanting to like make a cool song and like
Yeah.
nobody like fucking help you out, bro. Nobody like they all wanna just fucking gatekeep, man. I swear
Sounds
the
like the music
industry is
industry, man.
yeah, bro, it's so
Mhm.
fucked. Everyone's just like gatekeeping and like they're like so about exclusivity and it's like, oh, like just keep working, you'll get there one day, but then
You
nobody wants to
know?
actually help you, bro. And it's like so I've spent like hours just sitting and like watching YouTube tutorials and like self-teaching myself and like fucking around with stuff and like I'd be like, I
Yeah.
gotta learn this because like no one else is gonna do it for me, bro. I gotta show people that I'm like the shit, or else they'll never like understand like what I'm capable of. So like for me, it's just always been like go hard, get shit done, learn as much as I can, and like then like be friendly too though, and like
For
help
sure.
other small artists out. So I
Yeah.
do. I sell beats. I use my beats. I
That's
fucking
awesome.
I collab with other producers too though. Like sometimes I don't even make the beat. Sometimes the homie's like, hey, I got this beat. Like that the beat for this competition was hard as fuck, bro. You said is who produced it? One of you produced it?
Me, I did. Yeah, I did.
You're
Yeah.
P Doc?
Yeah, dude, I'm T Dog.
Ladies
Whoa,
and gentlemen,
bro.
P-Dog.
This is the last
Round
show I
of
did right here.
applause,
Right
bro.
there. T-Dog.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn. That shit was
Yeah.
hard, bro. Cause like I heard I can't tell you how many competitions or something like or someone be like, oh, like rap on this beat for this or like do this and like the beat
And it's
sucks,
just a
bro.
chunk beat, dude.
Yeah.
No, bro,
I
yeah,
feel you. I
straight.
feel you.
And then like that shit was hard though, like the vocal sample and then the way you chopped it in and then that shit really just made me feel on top of the world, man. I was like, this is fucking
Yeah, when it was coming together, I was like, I was vibing the fuck out, man. Like at my laptop, I'm just like, whoa, this is nuts. And then like the drums came together so good and everything, and it built up and dropped, and I was like, man, this is a fucking heater, dude. And I
Yeah,
tucked
yeah,
it,
what?
I tucked it away, and then Michael was like, "Do you have any like hot beats and stuff?" I was like, "Yeah," and I sent him a couple. But I guess he chose the right one because everyone was just fucking losing it, and some of the vocal submissions too. Like it worked for kind of everybody, which I like.
Yeah, yeah. And it was good competition too, man. I mean, like with how many submissions were in there, like
Yeah.
at first I was like, oh, this is gonna be an easy
At
dub. And
first
then
there
like
was nobody, and then it just like the last couple days, it was just like in rush
cracked
of
in.
Hold up.
yeah, man.
And I like when the ThugBirdz page started co-signing and I was listening through the cosigns, I was like, oh damn, I might actually not win this, bro. I was like, these people are good as fuck,
Some
bro.
good ones.
Yeah.
But I think that's the cool part I think I like about it too, because I had some buddies over last night. They were listening to some of them because I'm like, man, there was a whole bunch of different because like the beats one, you know what I mean. But like some people had it where they were rapping it like with a different flow that you just sometimes you just oh shit okay like
You
fuck,
know?
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Some people you know weren't that good like myself, but you know we tried. I was like fuck it's for community, let's do it, you know. But I think that's the other cool thing with it is. You know, what I mean, kind of the same thing like you, Dolly. I mean, you might have some things going on, not necessarily. I mean, it'd be great, you know, for the money and stuff like that. Shit, if I won, I would hold it, trying to have that set for parents, and then tell them, hey, hopefully you hold on to it. If not, you'll be happy right now, but you ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know, I think it's sick because even Thug, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. I mean, he's giving 5 ThugBirdz in general away, like. That's $100,000, you know what I mean? In that essence of it, which that's a life-changing money, you know what I mean? Even $5,000, you know. Listen, I'd be happy with $100. You feel me? Like little things make honestly the
For
big
real.
picture. Like that's the thing that I like. Kind of like Dolly was saying a little bit beforehand about Thug, just a genuine guy in general. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? But there was so much. I think it was just because there was so much love for like. What was happening that contest, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, it'd been great to hear his reaction, but he still got to be like kind of dumbfounded on the sense of like it's the project he made and like we love it. You know what I mean? In general, not just like the contest, but like ThugBirdz itself. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's fucking sweet, man. I give it a lot of props to him on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it starts at the top, man. He's a hell of a leader.
100%.
Hell of a leader, dude, and he's a hell of a guy. I've had a lot of private conversations with him, and he's just such a good guy, dude.
Yeah, I've only had a few conversations, but from what I gathered, man, I couldn't be happier to be working along somebody so great, man.
100%.
Yeah, I remember one of the verses you said something like that as well in yours. That's pretty dope. How many? I was trying to look beforehand. But like, you got a couple of songs, actually a good couple amount of songs on Audius, right? Because you said you've been in them for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite song you've put out on yours, and then as well as in general? And if you don't have one, it's cool. Did you have a favorite that you listened to in the Audius one in general?
Like a favorite submission or like a favorite song of mine.
Both. I mean, if you listen to the submission, everyone didn't listen to him. So I mean, if you didn't, that's cool. Even if you listen to him and you're like, bro, they all sucked and mine was the shit. I mean, it's just
Nah.
being, truthful with everything. You know what I mean? I listened to some that were straight trash. I listened to some and I was like, God damn, like,
Yeah.
that shit's fucking hot. Pardon the
Yeah,
French.
definitely like Dolly. I remember like when I heard his, I was like, whoa, that's the one that made me think like, yeah, he might nab first place, bro. I was a little worried when I heard his submission. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
for
shit,
sure.
this is fire as fuck, man. And then like he actually like reached out on Twitter to say that mine was hard, and I was like, oh, this guy's cool. So like then we started talking a little bit before the competition was even like announced, like who won and whatnot, and like he was just hella chill. So I really like Dolly's, and then the one that was featuring Haas, it was like by like Spitta and Haas or something like that. Like
Yeah.
they did pretty good. And I don't know, like my favorite song, like I don't even have my whole discography on Audius. I need to upload more of my stuff because I've like put out a couple more EPs and albums since like the last thing I put out. I'm just like lazy and pretty Spotify focused, to be honest. So
So most of your stuff's on Spotify.
yeah, that's like that. I mean, well, my music's everywhere. It's like on everything, Apple Music, all like you can find it anywhere. YouTube, SoundCloud. I
Same
put
name
everything out.
or different name?
Same name,
Okay.
same name. Just BELAK. Yeah, it's on everything. Like, but Spotify is definitely where my biggest fan base is. I think like right now I have like 80,000 monthly listeners on there, which is
shit.
pretty. Yeah, bro, I'm blessed 100%. I cannot express gratitude enough for the platform I've been given, and it's cool. Like I think I just put out a record with Paufu, which helped a ton because he's probably like the biggest artist that's come out of the underground right now. Like, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he makes like a lot of indie lo-fi rap type shit, and he has that one song that was like all over the radio. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. That song.
Okay.
Yeah, that song. Like that's my homie, and he's a goat. So. It's been cool working with him. That's been super hype. And then I have a new one coming out October 15th. It's like punk rock. So I'm like super excited to drop that because like I make everything, bro. I don't even just rap. Like I be singing, and I like to make EDM inspired rap stuff too. So yeah.
Are you just you said you were at like an Airbnb with like 9 other artists, but I don't like
Yeah,
you
you
guys
want me to-
didn't hear it on the podcast, but like this dude, he was
Yo,
in
let
like
me
some
in, motherfucker.
crazy like, oh, is he letting us in? This is nuts.
I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, hold up. This is what we got going on in here, bro. Like we just coming, man. We got it cranking out, bro. Say what's up to the podcast.
What up?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
But yo, are you like staying there and like recording albums and shit, or are you like doing your
Yeah.
own thing, like just there?
No,
for the day?
no. So we were out here for a show, and then we got bro making beats right now, and we're all about to get down. We were writing like verses and hooks before the podcast started, and then so yeah, and then we have like a videographer and an editor out here too. We're gonna make some music videos and shit, bro. Like we're going crazy, man.
That's what's up, man.
That's great.
I
I got to step back outside. 'Cause
We ain't hear nothing.
Yeah, we can't hear you right now. But
I know the beat's going
yeah.
too dummy.
that actually sounded pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, that's funny.
Yeah, that's my homie Masur on the beat right there, and he got so many different styles too. He I swear, like, I can't tell you. This is my first time meeting him in real life, and like a lot of these people, we've been internet friends for days, and we've always been like, bro, like one day we gonna meet up. One day we gonna have like the capital to like actually fly out and meet each other, and like we all just pitched in, and like shit's like really happening now. It feels like the start of like a scene, bro, and like. This is what I always wanted to do, because like I said, like big inspirations for me are like XXX Tentacion and like Peep, and like watching videos of how they came up. Like it was just a bunch of homies like sleeping on like warehouse floors, bro, with like nothing, like fucking like not even mattresses. Some of them motherfuckers were sleeping on cement, bro, and it's like, man. Yeah, the dedication. That's
what I mean. It seems like you're kind of living the real like indie, like, you know, you're really out here doing it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, really out here, man. I'm out
like
here.
Sleeping on the couches, and like it just seems like it's kind of the start of something cool. So
yeah,
awesome,
bro.
I think it's awesome that ThugBirdz has like a fucking piece of it, because you're just gonna look back and then you could become the star and go like, yeah, dog, I won this fucking crazy NFT.
You know,
bro. No, I'm gonna put on for the ThugBirdz so hard, bro. If I blow up, I'm gonna let people know like that was like a huge reason why I was there. Like, cause like really, I shit you not, bro. That's like soon as like my bird sells, that's like I broke my wrist a while ago, and I kind of like got in debt to my mom and my grandparents, because like they had to help me out. Since I work landscaping, I was like out of work for like a month and a half, bro, because my job would not let me come back until the doctor cleared me, and like. Sure. That shit sucked, but it like set me on a straight path, because honestly, like before that, I was like just drinking and smoking and doing a bunch of fuck shit, and so like yeah. I'm straight now, and fucking this is gonna help me out a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Awesome. When you heard you won, did you play your song? He's like, I'm a motherfucking pro bitch.
Nah, I didn't blare. Honestly, bro, I was at work when I heard that I won. I just like told my coworker, because I work with a bunch of Mexicans, and I was like, oh, mi amigo. I was like, yo primo, and he was like, yeah. I told him how much I won. He was like, whoa, and I was like, yeah, bro. And then I was just like in the back of the trailer, like, because we're like fertilizing trees right now. So I was just like had my headphones on, and I put on like I don't know if y'all know who like the Kid Leroy is, but I put on his new record, and I was just like fucking going ham listening to his music, because it gets me so hyped.
That's awesome.
What about you, darling? What did you jam out to your song? Like, what was one of these emotions? Yeah, I would have been hyped, bro. I would have been, wow. You know, am I the only one just like that, or you know, y'all too cool? You're like, yeah, you know, another day, another dollar. You know what I mean? You know, what was it?
Hey, first and foremost, I just want to say, how do you not cheer for this kid to make it, bro? Like,
for real.
Like, he's passionate. Like, dude, I want to see you win, be like, for real.
Sure.
Man. As far as the music, I liked it when I heard it, man. I was like, okay, let's see what we're cooking with. But as far as the win, it didn't happen right away. So, you know, I had a bit of a letdown, and I just had to take a little time to myself to just really digest what happened. But so either way, I was talking to Be Like about it. I was like, I'm gonna just let it go and it'll be straight. But after a while, man, I was just like, you know what, maybe I could speak up on it a little bit, because I just wanted a little bit of transparency, because I was like trying to talk to a few people. I didn't know where to go. And so I did tweet about it, and actually New Dumb Money reached out to me, and we got into a little bit of conversation afterwards through the DMs. And he helped me understand the situation a little better, because at that point I was just a little frustrated. But then Thug said he was going to give out the birds to the community members, and I didn't even know what to say to him. I was like, damn, this is like some crazy shit. Like, I was not expecting that. That's not the reason why I tweeted that. I wasn't expecting anything in return. I was just trying to express some frustration, I guess you could say. But when I found that out, man, I was just beyond thankful, man. I can't say enough about the community. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool as well, because I mean, a lot of entries, man. And I guess what was y'all's thoughts when you heard about the contest? Because I know, I'm the host, so I gotta be that person bringing up everything. I know some people were mad, you know, with Be Like your song, because it's talking about a goat, because it wasn't an actual ThugBird, but at the same time it was a vocal contest. You know what I mean? So like, what was y'all's mindset? Because I mean, I listened to a lot of them. You know what I mean?
Was that a thing?
Or
Yeah,
maybe I don't know if I was
it
joking, but
really
I'm at
was.
work, I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, you know what I
Were
mean?
people really mad that you were saying goat and not a bird? Oh my god, it's like
Oh,
That,
the
that's
greatest
my
of all
mind.
time.
I want to know
People
what
are
y'all was
so
thinking.
like,
Yeah.
you know what, man? I noticed this. Yeah, I hate to cut in before.
Oh, you're good. You're
I'm
good.
gonna let you finish, Black. But like, yo, we just had the best contest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So like, not everybody could win. There's not 400 for there's no 400 ThugBirdz. There's only like so many. So like, it just kind of like, I saw this going like, I wish people were a little more like, oh, I didn't win. Let's move on. You know what I mean? And not like just start cause a bunch, because it turned a really nice thing into like a headache kind of. You know what I mean? Like. But I'm really glad that most of the community, it was just a vocal minority, but like, you know what I mean? Like, crypto Twitter, bro, you gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to you,
Twitter ain't
crypto
never
Twitter, right
chilling.
here. You gotta chill, man. You got zero chill. Anyways, be like, continue.
No, yeah, you basically said it, bro. Like, I was just gonna talk about that a little bit. Like, I don't know, man. It sucked like that people had to like take something like that was like had like so many people so excited. Like, I mean, obviously like the winners were hype, and like when I like learned I won, I was like in the Audius Discord, and I was like checking all the tweets and stuff because like it was like blowing up on Twitter like when they announced it, and I was like, oh, and then it sucked because like there's like this one person. I'm not gonna name names or anything because I'm not like trying to throw shade or anything, and I think
Yeah, for
that stuff
sure.
is like doesn't help anyone get anywhere, man. But like like just a couple people, even not just one person in specific, but like someone was like, all right, Audius too corny for rap, I'm gonna head out. And I was like, really, man, like, yeah, that's how
Yeah.
you're gonna be. And then like I remember, like I said, like I like typed in the Discord, I was like, Audius isn't corny for anything, like Audius is dope, man, like they're putting people on out here, they're giving
Yeah.
us an awesome platform. And then like someone like typed to me though, like they were like, that guy was a bad loser. Don't make yourself into a bad winner. And I was like, yo, he right though. So like, I like,
Trolls come out, man, when they don't get their way, bro. Damn, it's crazy. It's just like it was a brief moment of just like, oh, really, this is what we're gonna do. But I'm glad it's kind of over with and stuff. So.
yeah, and like it seemed like most people were just like, congratulations. Like it was mostly like love, but there were a
For sure.
few.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Hip hop's kind of
sucks.
like that though. Hip hop's like a toxic, like at your throat, like one-on-one community. So.
And I mean,
When
there's a lot of money on the line too, bro. These things are
For
valuable,
sure.
so I understand why
That's
people
it.
would be upset. I'm sure a lot of people are going through stuff and like down bad right now, man. Like life is tough.
Yeah, man. No
So.
doubt.
when you made it, did you was your goal like was your thought, hey, I'm gonna make a song about crypto and rap, or when you read that, hey, it's a vocal contest, was it just, hey, it's a contest, I can rap about anything? Because
Yeah, cause like, dude, like I said, like I'm new to crypto stuff, so like when if people want to get mad at me for not rapping about crypto, like I'm sorry, I don't know it like
you don't gotta
that.
be sorry. It wasn't a
Like,
rap about ThugBirdz. That's my thing. I'm like, it wasn't a
Yeah,
ThugBird
no, it
thing.
was just a vocal, it was just a thing. It was like if and you can't really judge art. Like it really is subjective. Like as long as like, you know, people will disagree on what's cool and what's not, it's kind of hard to judge something like that. So if you could just make it like a really good vocal performance and stuff, and that was basically it. We were like, we're gonna keep it loose, and if something wows us and blows us away, you know what I mean? Then it's like that's a contender, like
yeah, 100%, man. And that's like what I thought. Like I was just like, I really liked the beat, and like I was like
no doubt.
excited, like that the beat was so hard, and it made me feel like the GOAT. And I was like, bro, like
Yeah,
that's
man.
what I'm gonna
No,
rap about, man.
that's definitely not what came to my mind. I wasn't like, yo, I was just like, yo, this guy's the GOAT. What the fuck? Listen to this shit. This is crazy. It's going hard as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't, like it's whatever. Like it is what it is. I think it was like one of the best entries. Obviously, a lot of people agreed and stuff. I wasn't a judge or anything, but obviously the judges agreed. So.
Bro, I have a question for you. Since you made the beat, I want to ask you, bro. Like I really like what I made with that. How would you feel if like I actually put that out as like a real song? I could do like 50-50 royalty split with you too, and like
I've
we
had
could
a
like.
couple people reach out and I've basically told them like, look, since this is such a part of a high profile contest, I really can't sell it exclusively anymore because it's kind of there. But I have no problem leasing it. You can DM me. I'm not
Okay.
charging anything crazy because it was a high profile contest beat, but definitely, you know, I got to get mine for it. So,
No,
but
100%,
I
bro.
can
100%.
definitely, we can definitely work out like a lease. A couple people have leased it off me as well, and I'll
I
provide
mean,
all the stems and everything too, so you can just go to town on it.
in that case, like just knowing that like other people are like gonna be using it and stuff, like I might run into issues where people have like copyright claimed it and stuff. So what I might do is I might just like take my vocals and like send it to another producer homie or like make a different beat myself because I really did like the vocals I did for it, and I do
Yeah, for
like
sure.
potentially want to put that out as a record.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dolly, same kind of question for you because I know yours is more crypto ThugBird-ish based. What was your mind thought? You know, hey, let me rap about crypto ThugBirdz or like because I'm curious just because there were some songs that were just regular rap stuff. There were some songs which was ThugBird stuff. There was some song with crypto stuff that goes over my head. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's smart. I don't know what it means, but yo, metaverse, this, that, everything else. I'm like, okay, listen, if I
Metaverse,
fucks
this,
with
that.
it, but like, what was your mindset when I guess like when you were making your song, Dolly?
Yeah, man, I'm just a student of the game. I studied a lot of lyricists growing up, so it was important for me to capture strong content within what I was doing. But I also didn't want to make it so crypto-centric to the point where, like, if any stranger listened to it off the street, that they'd never want to listen to it again. You feel me? So
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
important for me to combine some real life type of situations and throw some metaphors in there that kind of make sense and try to meld it together to make something that was I guess audible that you could listen to and that you can enjoy. I'm big into like flows and composing music that way as well. So yeah, that's kind of the thought behind it. I just wanted a combination of just I guess kind of like a real life perspective and motivational vibe, along with the experiences that I've experienced within the community and things that I can, certain phrases that like the caca, for example, and even highs and hats, throwing words like that that kind of the community could relate and gravitate towards.
Yeah,
That's
for
really
sure.
the mindset.
That's what's up. Yeah, it was like I said, I played both of y'all songs last night because me and some buddies were over. They liked them both. They're like, man, it's like two different like vibes. You know what I mean? Like you said, like it'd be like yours is like a song, you had the melody, hook, stuff like that. Dahlia, like yours with just the fucking like the rapping. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, man, like there's so many different things you can do with a beat. It's not like all
Yeah,
419 inches are the same exact thing. Some were of course
Yeah.
the same, but
Yeah.
that's what I liked because
It was like a
it shows the
pasta, and
talent.
everybody brought their own sauce, and they were like, "Do you like my
Yeah.
sauce? Do you like my sauce?" And it was like, it's crazy. There's a lot of good sauces there. It was good.
That's a good analogy, man.
I'll ask you another question as well because I know you said you're not too much, I guess, in the music as much. I know, be like you were letting us know a little bit of how, like I guess, how long you've been around, your music industry, stuff like that. If you want to, Dali, you said you're working on a derivative project. Like, what do you got going on that? It's a platform
Yeah,
for
man.
the community. What
So
you got?
So basically, I'm working on a generative project at the time. It's going to be, I'm coming up with my own NFT project with a few team members. I got some SMB advisors, some ThugBird advisors, and we're putting something together that's really going to benefit the DAO. So the idea is that we're going to use some of the royalties that we're gathering and shoot them directly to the DAO, so we can empower the whole community and the whole ecosystem as a whole. And that's really the idea that I have. I think a lot of people are gravitating towards creating these projects that feed royalties and passive income directly to the holders, and I just don't think that's going to play out very well. So that's the general idea, is that if we can empower the community as a whole, and if we can get investors and educate them to understand that this is a potential way that we can infuse our communities with more funds and create more wealth for ourselves, and I think it's a long-term play that'll really work out.
Oh yeah.
So the project is called a Skull Division.
Okay.
Oh, right. You sent me that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been working on that since I'd say about for the past 6 weeks. I'm the designer as well, so I'm working on the art, and I'm also along with a few team members, just pulling the strings in the background, just making sure we have everybody on board. I've talked to a few DAOs and a few collections. Just to give you guys a sneak peek, kind of what we're doing is that we've been in communication with 7 of the top 10 DAOs, and they all love the idea. So we
Okay.
have them participating in step 1 of phase 1, which I'll reveal more this week about, which is fantastic. Not necessarily an endorsement on their behalf, but I'll have more details further on this week.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Wasn't y'all might know. I could be wrong on this one. I think it was like OpenSea. Didn't like one of the like websites take down some of the things because like you said like it was they were paying out the payouts and like somehow legally wise they weren't supposed to do it on royalties or something like that. Like I think it was a couple days ago. I don't know exactly, but
Yeah, OpenSea shut down a project. I forget what project it was, but basically it went against their terms of service, and it was a financial infraction. So it had something to do with payouts. So.
yeah, I thought it was interesting in the essence of because I remember
I don't know too much about it, but I'm in a group chat with the Saint Eclectic, and he kind of did a little thing, a little presentation, like a mini one, about why this is not a good idea and how the SEC is going to be coming for some heads. Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of a gray area, and like it's all kind of cool now and stuff, but like when they start looking towards NFTs, like the SEC is really busy with DeFi and stuff like that. But when they start focusing more on NFTs, I think that's when we're going to start feeling it a little more.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Saint, man. He's been instrumental in what we're building here too. He's given me some good advice and some good tips. We had a great conversation. So I lean on a lot of people like that because I'm not going to pretend like I know everything, but man, there's so much help available to us if we just ask the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great. Shout out Saint, man.
What is the SEC? I'm unfamiliar.
The Securities and Exchange Commission. They're a legal body in the United States, and basically they're in charge of all the gambling and stock trading, and now I guess we're gonna like crypto because they're deeming a lot of these token securities and stuff like that. So basically it's the governing body for like exchanging goods and services and stuff. So crypto falls right into their lap. And like they'll be making all of the laws as far as royalties and like income taxes and stuff. They'll be making the majority of the laws as far as I know.
Okay, gotcha. And what does that mean for like the crypto community? Like if they deemed like this one project like financial whatever.
So it's not like a project in that essence. It's more like I don't think like a ThugBird would like get like kicked on that one. It'd be more of if ThugBirdz was like, hey, we're putting money into a PDOC, cryptocurrency, and then we're making money off of that. You know what I mean? It's basically the government saying, hey, you can't make money without us getting that money. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like where are you getting this from? Like, no, you can't invest, $100 in, crypto, invest in, a different stock, and then it makes money that way.
And like, I think a lot of the celebrities too, like Lil Uzi Vert, just like dropped this, like, remember that NFT he just dropped?
Someone was telling me about that. One of my friends
dropped, man. He was like tweeting things. I remember, like, I had screenshots of it, and he's tweeting things like, 6 soul floor, like programmed, guaranteed, and stuff like to a bunch of normies that have no idea what crypto is all about, right? And obviously it tanked, right? And I went to go back to look at his Twitter, and they had deleted every single thing to do with that NFT project. You couldn't even like find a trace of it, man. So like, and if they don't think the SEC isn't watching this and going, yo, you just rinsed your whole fan base for like $5 million and then deleted all the evidence, like I think there's going to be some rude awakenings the same way in the 2017, the ICO craziness, how like celebs were like promoting coins and then got bit. I think this NFT thing is going to have its day as well. So I think developers should start, and it sounds like Dali's doing the right thing by thinking about this kind of thing. Is just start thinking about, hey, what's Gensler going to think about all this? The SEC, the chairman, what's he going to do about all this? What's he going to, the laws he's going to put in? Because some of these projects, I think, are going to be a little bit, in trouble.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, as much as we want to promise royalties to everybody and see everybody win, we have to really start thinking forward a little bit and not get caught up in the hype right now.
For sure.
That's one thing I'm hype. I don't say makes me. I don't use this term a lot, but I'll use it because I'm on Twitter more. Bullish on the ThugBirdz is because I remember people in the Thug DAO were talking about it. Oh, let's get some royalties going, X, Y, and Z. And it was literally like 3-4 days ago. Thug was like basically just that, like, no, like we want to go long term. Like it might be nice now to say, hey, I
It
got
sounds
2-3
nice,
sold, but
yeah, it sounds nice as a nice incentive to try and raise the floors and try and get some sales activity and stuff, right? Like from a holder's perspective who doesn't really know stuff, I can get it how, royalties would sound nice. And I don't think anyone's really worried about getting royalties. I think they're worried about having more things to shill about with ThugBirdz. And like, I think Thug's taking the really good approach and going like, yo guys, chill. Like we're doing this long term. We want this to last kind of thing. And we're not going to get in any legal hot water with the SEC if you think we're going to last, basically.
Yeah.
Straight.
The government really wants like a slice of fucking every pie, man. I swear that was like the most disheartening thing was like when I finally started making like a real check off of like my Spotify streams and stuff, and then like tax season came around and they were like, oh, you got to file as like a self-employed now, like as well,
bro.
on top of your regular. And they took like a quarter of my earnings, bro. They took like a whole 0.25% of my shit. And I was like, are you serious, bro? If I wasn't even alive to make these beep boop noises, you wouldn't be getting shit. And yet they're like getting their little greedy fat fucking fingers in my shit, bro. I do not like the government one bit.
Me neither, but like, like I'm just like I share that thing where it's like I don't know, I've done pretty well for myself this year on NFTs and stuff, and I really don't know how I'm going to do on tax season. I'm just kind of like setting like 35 G's on the side and just kind of praying because
I saw that
like
tweet earlier from you.
Literally, because I have no idea, right? And I don't know who to ask kind of thing. And like I know there's people in the community and I should probably reach out and stuff because like, I could owe quite a bit, you know what I mean? So like, I don't think anyone's really taking this seriously. And so I understand why the SEC wants to tighten the screws and to get people to start paying the fucking taxes on this.
Word. And like,
I wish it wasn't so much though, right? I wish it wasn't just like, like 30% or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, why does it need to be that? Especially if the number figure is so high,
Yeah, well, I have a question for you guys. So, like, since I'm new to this stuff, like with cryptocurrency, if you don't withdraw it into like US dollar or like whatever currency you use, whether that be euros or Canadian dollar, whatever it is, if you keep it in crypto, can they tax it if it's just left in like crypto? Like, that
depends on your country, and you are in the States, it sounds like. So
yeah, I'm in the United States.
There's a lot of information available about that because I don't really know, man. I'm Canadian, right? So like, I
don't get the financial advice from us. We can just tell you some of the stuff that hey, heads up, because you make $1 million on it. You're gonna be paying taxes on that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know if I sell an NFT, honestly, because I'm not too much in the game. I don't know if I got to pay taxes on that NFT, or hey, if it's just, you know what I mean, flipping Ethereum at 3,000, it goes down to 2,000, and buying it back up, like, so that's the stuff where as you got to do. You do got to do your own research. Maybe we're trying to do your
regional thing, and yeah, it looks like we're getting pretty shit for time here.
Yeah, we're getting into the dollar in there, to the hour, the dollar, the 100. But no, I mean, maybe hopefully in future times we'll have someone who's actually like financially.
That's a good idea, Gaddis. We should get somebody on here.
I would love it, man. That would be so much for everyone.
Episode. That would be so much alpha. Oh my God, we're going to do it. I gotta find a person on Twitter.
Where do we listen to like these podcast episodes? Because if y'all do find someone, I'm definitely trying to tap in and like listen in on that episode for sure.
Yeah. We're everywhere. We're just like, we're famous. No, we're not famous at all. We're YouTube, ThugBirdz, Twitch, ThugBirdz, Twitter. We go live. We're live on this one as well. We go all three live. It's usually every Sunday right around 12 to 12:30. We'll start.
Okay.
And
is there a way to listen to them after they've gone live? Do you guys like to upload them?
For sure.
And Audius as well. Okay. We have it on Audius.
Audius, the RSS. Yep. Word. All right, for sure. I'll definitely be tapping in on Audius and YouTube. Like while I'm at work, I'll be listening to the past episodes and shit to try and get some info.
Probably looking at getting it on Spotify and stuff too. I have an account, so I could probably do that.
Yeah, we can.
That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
We're getting to the hour mark, so I mean, anyone, Belag, Dolly, I got any questions, concerns, any shout outs for yourselves? What's going on? I guess tell us again where everyone can find y'all, both of y'all.
Yeah, do your ads.
We got a plug.
Get the plug in there, bro.
I always don't like plug in. It feels so like disingenuine. It like I mean like yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
be like I'm everywhere. No, like yeah, if you enjoyed this conversation, like go check my shit out. It's wherever you can find music, and that's I just really like want to give a like message of inspiration to like any kids or like young impressionable children that may be watching, or like even adults, man. Like I just want to basically say like whatever you have in your mind is your reality. Like if you determine what you want to do, like you could literally think about something and have that like energy in your head, and you can make that shit happen. Like if you are like constantly focusing on something hard enough, like with time and willpower and effort, like you can get to wherever you're trying to go. You just have to like keep the end goal in mind, and like don't let nobody fucking get in the way of what you're trying to do, because like better than anyone else does what's going on up here. Like nobody else is in that head except for you. So fucking take advantage of that and fucking go full force with your dreams, man. Like I said, nobody can stop you from doing it. Don't let any like outer forces, it doesn't matter what your living situation is, what your money looks like you fucking make that shit happen no matter what the cost is, because you know what you want. You go and get that shit, man. Don't let nobody stop you. And that's all I want to say.
100%. Cut yourself down.
Yeah, that's why he's the GOAT.
You gotta follow up on
that's
that
why he's the GOAT,
one.
baby.
That's coming
Nah,
from
man.
a man who's living it. Go ahead, Dally.
Yeah, man, I'm at Dolly Conway on Twitter, man. I'm just working on this generative project, man. So any support or if anybody needs support as far as being an artist in the industry or just anything in general, man, I usually try to hop on Twitter Spaces and talk to people and help out as much as I can as well. But yeah, man, I'd love to help out any upcoming artists, whether it be in music or design. I have a long history in digital art, so if there's any tips and tricks that I could provide, or even within the Solana NFT space, I do this every day along with some of you guys as well. And I just want to say I'm thankful for the ThugBirdz for providing the opportunity. Also, I want to give a shout out to SMB, man. That's my fam as well. And so those are the two communities that I usually delve in and dive in and try to collaborate with a lot of the people there. I know we're going to probably build on that list, but here's where we are now. And I just want to thank you guys, P-Doc and Gaddis as well for hosting this. And
Yeah,
also,
shout
Be-Like,
out.
man, hey, Be-Like, I got a lot of love for you, bro. We're going to work on something soon, too, because I got some ideas for you.
Bro, hell yeah, we definitely making a record for you. Go crazy on the mic,
All
so
right,
you
bet.
know we're gonna get down on some shit, bro.
Bet.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna go to the end screen. We're gonna play the song. It is gonna be a Dali Akama song. And other than that, y'all stay fresh, stay fly, stay positive. ThugBirdz in the building. And as always, caw. Till next time, y'all.
ThugBirdz. Thug 1601 checking in. At these 16s, I'm one of one. There's commas. It's Dolly and I'm painting pictures. Pain and soul is what made me different. Got pain and soul, but ain't never switching. They amazed the bow like dang, he gifted. He could really rap. You could trap with the thugs and evade the fizzy. Says up only, I ain't talking Kobe. I'm more Ginobili with the finger roll. Nature war with the figure foe. Got a taste of light, so I sip it slow while they water down like Michelob. Last year I had some simple goals. Till I saw my potential, I record instrumental. Stepped up in this game, need a bigger role. The homies linked up like a Figaro. Just know we finna blow like a Piccolo. Me and Zero S got similar visions. We LeBron and Wade with the give and go. And still haven't reached our pinnacle. This shit has never been even difficult. It's a metaverse in the physical. Went from bad to worse, felt divisible. To a non-don, hot as wontons. Flying out the gutter like a miracle. Feather in my highs and hat through the highs and lows. I've been rocking with the birds. If the fly need me on the block, I'ma give it what I got. Focus when I flow these words. Thugs is on call with a couple of cars, that's a cause and effect. Selling them now for a couple of thousands, you gon' drown in regret. But you ain't gotta fret. If I can make it, you can too. Hold on for dear life as the birds take flight. Ain't no limit to what you can do. Commas. I already told you, monkey dot soul, I got you. P-Doc, I got you. Dizzy, I got you. Drippin' soul, I got you. Last but not least, Zero X Thug, I got you, baby. I got the whole family.